Hi, my name is Amanda, and I'm an intuitive tarot reader. And today I want to do a video about the twin flame dynamic. If you're interested in tarot readings, learn more about spirituality, learn more about the twin flame connection, please subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can email me at intuitiveempress1111. The I and the E are capital. Okay, so with the twin flame connection, at the core, the purpose of twin flame union is to spread your shared love and light, which is more powerful together than alone, to all who need it to help the ascension of the planet. So that is the purpose of the twin flame connection. Okay, to help raise awareness and ascension, to lead others to the light. Twin flames are the complete embodiment of love. Once all blocks are removed and the pair are returned to the core of love, they must do the work and go through separation to find healing to be able to come into union. Okay, so if you have a hard time following this video, I encourage you to go on my page and watch the first video that I posted, because it kind of starts from the beginning. Okay, so what I'm saying right now may not make sense to you if you are not knowledgeable about the connection. Okay, the twin flame union is one soul in two bodies, two people coming together by the hand of the divine. Twin flame union is heaven on earth. It is the biggest, deepest soul connection you could ever experience. It is the creation of a shared third energy, the creation of spirit in the body. Okay, so you are chosen. You and your divine counterpart are chosen to be here at this time to help awaken the collective. Okay, you have a divine purpose. You are chosen. This is special. This is, the divine is on your side. Okay. Twin flame union is important because of the deep love that the two coming together creates. When twins come together, it's an example of the truth, unconditional love that will help ascend the planet. There is no connection. There is no love like it. Okay. Twin flames share a life purpose to help awaken people and spread love to the world. Twins go through a huge level of healing. Part of what the twins do is mirror each other's habits and trigger each other so past wounds can heal. To help heal others, they must first learn to heal themselves. So, if you identify as a divine masculine or divine feminine, and you felt your whole life like, I've just had it harder than most people, you have. Okay? And that sucks and it's not fair, and I felt that way so much of my life. But it may make you feel better to know that this is not the first life that you've lived. You have lived several lifetimes. And the reason why you were chosen is because you are so strong. The average person, the average soul, could not handle what you were called here to do, what you were called to go through. Okay? You picked, you and God, you and Spirit picked this life that you're living, this purpose that you're fulfilling. And you were like handpicked because you have the ability. Okay, if that makes sense. Not everyone is a divine feminine and a divine masculine. Not everyone has a twin flame. Okay. And there are people that disagree with me, and that is fine. But you're chosen. You're chosen. Twins embody the role of soul teacher and teach others in a loving, patient way. Okay, so not everyone's calling that is a divine feminine or masculine is to be a tarot reader or is to be talking about spirituality. Your purpose could be psychology. Your purpose could be doctor, lawyer. You could have several different purposes, okay? So a lot of people feel a lot of pressure like, oh my God, what's my huge purpose? What's my huge purpose? You do not realize how huge your purpose can be, even when you feel like it's so small and insignificant. I was a fast food manager for years, okay? And, you know, a lot of people look at that like he was a fast food manager. Wow. I helped so many people with felonies that no one else would hire. I gave them a job. There are people that would get out of work release or get out of jail, and I've gave them a job when no one else would. So it was putting food on the table. Okay. I have even had employees come to me and say, Amanda, if you had not given me a job, I would still be homeless. I would still not have a car. I would have got custody of my kids. So even though I was just a fast food manager, I made huge impacts on people's lives. There were teenagers that their very first job was under me. So that first initiation to the workforce, that first experience, it came from me. Okay. So don't think that you have to be the president of the United States, that you have to be on social media and have so many followers, that it has to be something ridiculous for you to be doing what you need to do. If you struggle with knowing what your purpose is, I would just say to you to pray about it, ask Spirit to show you what your gifts are, what your purpose is, and I feel like you will just have this overwhelming desire to do it. You will have this burning passion to do it. You will feel called to do it, okay? The twin flames were created as a dual unit, a divine masculine and a divine feminine counterpart, perfectly complementary to one another. Two halves of one soul. You share the same consciousness, same spiritual soul DNA. Your twin is you. You are your energy expressed in feminine energy if you're male, or masculine energy if you're female. Your twin is your best friend. There is no one you will connect with more deeply. Twins share a life purpose. You are ultimate lovers, destined for only each other to completely fulfill each other's needs and wants in every area. Okay, so that is why the connection is so perfect, because God made this man for you. God made this woman for you. Okay? They are you, you are them. Okay, so that's why it's so intense, and it's such a magnetic pull, and it's such unconditional love, and it just feels so different than anything that you've ever experienced, because it absolutely is. There is no one that is going to fulfill you like your divine partner. No one. Because that person was made for you. Okay? You cannot replace this person. Okay, how twin flame relationship works. You are each other's greatest teachers by mirroring each other. Your twin shows you your blocks, which are aspects of yourself that are out of alignment with God and need to be healed by self love. They will trigger each other to heal, sharing one consciousness. The blocks are the same at the core. You share the same core fears, core wounds, and core lessons. Although you do share those similarities, you're probably going to handle things different. One will overgive, one will overtake. One will be very codependent, one will be very detached. One will chase, one will run. Okay? As you heal, you help your twin heal too. On a soul level, you are always together, even through separation, which is part of the twin flame journey and is divinely guided. But in truth, you are never separate. It's just part of the growth and healing process. Do not blame or point fingers at each other because separation needed to happen. See, that's the thing about this connection. The divine is in this connection all the time. Okay? So separation is painful, and it's extra painful because the deeper the love, the deeper the hurt, right? So sometimes you're going to feel like, I want to let go of this person, but trust and believe when I tell you that even if you wanted to, you're not going to stop loving this person. And even if you wanted to, you're not going to stop thinking about this person, because this is not a regular person in your life that they're not serving me, I'm walking away. You can, but they're still going to be on your mind because it's meant to be. They're not meant to be someone that you release. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't have healthy boundaries. That doesn't mean that you have to handle their bullshit, or them hurting you, or them ghosting you, or whatever. But I encourage you to love them unconditionally. I encourage you to pray for them, to send them love, to send them healing, because the goal is union. And even though the things that they do or say or don't do or say, the ghosting, the disappearing, the running, that hurts you so bad, okay, you need to understand that it is trauma responses and survival tactics that are causing them to do this. And just because you understand why someone struggles, you understand what they've went through that's made them who they are, okay? Still doesn't mean that you let them damage you and inflict all this pain and stress on you because they're hurt. Hurt people. Hurt people. Okay? If you were hurt, you're probably going to hurt others. And it's not intentional, but it does not mean that it is okay. Okay? So it is the hardest thing that you will ever do. But my advice, if you were the chaser, is to stop chasing. Because if you don't stop chasing, they are not going to stop running. You have to let go. You have to love yourself. You cannot be so codependent on this person that you can't function without them. And you can't think that you're not going to heal and you're not going to do your work and you guys are going to be able to come into union. Because this, like I said, it's got God in it. You have free will, but this connection, you have to do what you're supposed to do. There's no shortcuts. If you come back together and you haven't done what you're supposed to do, you're going to continue to separate. And there's thousands of twin flame connections around the world that can validate what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, once you heal these fragmented parts of yourself and are in the enlightened state, you have a state of wholeness, inner peace, and unconditional self-love. This union is within yourself with God within you. So just like I said, this is a this is a divine relationship with a huge purpose, and God's involved the whole time. Everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. So no matter how you feel, you need to remember that the one thing in this world that's constant is change. How you're feeling is not permanent. It doesn't make it hurt less, but you need to understand that hurting and crying and feeling that is going to make you better in the long run. Okay? So go through it. It's worth it. That way you don't have to continue to suffer. You don't have to continue to do things subconsciously that are running people out of your life. You know, when you have been rejected by your biological parents, they didn't want you. They just gave you away. Okay? That affects you. When you are physically, sexually, emotionally abused as a child, that affects you as an adult. My daughter, my stepdaughter, I'm not able to have kids, but my stepdaughter just had her first baby. Do you know what my number one advice to her is? Your goal as a parent is to give him a childhood that is good enough where he doesn't spend most of his adult life trying to recover and heal from it. And I know that that is so sad, but the way that you were raised and the things that you went through as a child and as a teenager and even as an adult, all the traumatic events that you go through, all of the pain that you endure, everything that happens to you, it does affect who you are as a person. Absolutely 100% it does. The fears, it's hard to communicate your feelings, it's hard to commit, it's all of these issues that you have, where do you think they came from? God didn't just give you extra bullshit to deal with. Okay? And I guess I should back up. Maybe God did give you extra bullshit to deal with, because like I said, with the twin flame dynamic, everything that happens to you does happen for you. Okay? How do you appreciate the sunshine if you've never stood in the rain? How do you appreciate happiness if you've never been unhappy? Okay? So, yes, you went through some of those things because you needed to, because your soul needed to learn those lessons to grow and ascend. Okay? But God doesn't leave you alone. He doesn't desert you. He's right there holding you. You just have to reach out. And we forget to do that. But just don't forget that there is a purpose for all the pain. There is a purpose for you being here, for you being created. There is a purpose for your divine counterpart being your divine counterpart. There are no consequences. You were given this life because you're strong enough to live it. You were given this purpose because God knew you could fulfill it. Don't ever have those doubts. Let me see what else. Okay. So, twin flame 6. Your twin flame loves you perfectly. There is a certain way you like to give and receive romance and intimacy, and only your twin flame can meet those needs perfectly. So, not only are they going to fulfill you mentally, emotionally, they're going to fulfill you physically. I mean, if you watch my first video on twin flames, that's why I'm saying you are going to doubt that you've ever been in love. You are going to doubt that you've ever, it's just, no matter how good you think you've had, your twin flame is going to blow your fucking mind. Because they are you. So they just give you emotionally, physically, mentally, they give you things that other people, they just can't. There is a magnetic sexual attraction that is so intense. The chemistry between the two is magical. There is so much love, passion, and desire between the two. It's fireworks for sure. Can we just stop? Yes. Fireworks. For sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, sorry. So, your person will know all the ways to please you. They will make you feel things so intensely and easily, it's almost overwhelming at times. That's what I've been saying. You will experience a sexual, intimate experience with your twin like no other. You will know they were made just for you. Heaven on earth. I'm fixing to knock all this shit on this table over. Okay? I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, so I hope that I have given you some clarity between this video and my previous video of what a twin flame connection feels like, what the signs are, what the stages of the relationship are, what your purpose is. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to message and ask me. And please subscribe to my channel, okay, so I can send you more content. Love and light. Blessed be. Love you guys.